Morning everybody, this is Brother Milan with the YouTube channel Cloud with Zeal, and I just wanted to share a few things with you guys. First and foremost, I'll kind of start off with a little bit of announcements with the channel and everything like that. So going forward, we're going to have Brother Philip Perry on the next live interview, as he was the first person to comment that already hasn't been on the live stream quite yet for my channel. So we're going to schedule a time today. I'm going to see him in church this afternoon, and we're going to go ahead and do a live interview. I'm going to get all the details for you guys later, but keep that in mind as well. And then also going to get together with Brother Bruce Mejia to see when we can schedule a time. I know that the schedule's been kind of tight lately for even myself and for our church, just with all the activities that are going on. I know we have the Compton Soul Winning event coming up this weekend, so we'll probably see a lot more things coming out in the latter week. So one thing I wanted to talk about, and this is kind of the whole point of the video, is this subject matter of anger. Now, this is actually something that I can relate to. As a man, I think it's more susceptible to be tempted with the wrong kind of anger, and I'm going to go ahead and explain that for you guys. I think people have a huge misconception about anger, and we want to relate everything we know to the Bible to see what God thinks about anger and how we can apply that to our lives. So one thing I wanted to start out with is, it's apparent in the Bible that anger is not always sin. There's times when the Lord's anger has been kindled, which obviously it's not a sin in that example. And because God, he doesn't sin. And the Bible also says, be ye angry and sin not, which shows us that there's a way out from sinning and having righteous anger. So we have to be able to draw the line, and sometimes those lines aren't very clear, especially in the heat of the moment of things. But I'm going to go ahead and share with you one verse that might shed some light and help you have a little bit more discernment in this area of being angry. The reason I'm even talking about this is because I had a recent situation where I probably could have controlled myself a little bit better in a little bit more of a righteous way. And I'll be honest with you guys, I let my anger kind of get the best of me, and anger can eat you up if it's not controlled and if it's not directed towards the right avenues. So I want to encourage you guys to just study this out on your own, but I'm going to give you a little bit of food for thought. So the Bible says in Proverbs chapter number 16, we'll just start in verse 31. The Bible reads, "The hoary head is a crown of glory, if it be found in the way of righteousness. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord." So we can see right there that that being slow to anger is kind of the key. And why would that be the key? Well, if you're slow to anger, you have control over it. And the reason why it even talks about that in the second part of that verse, it says, "And he that ruleth his spirit, than he that taketh a city." So it's just comparing the two subjects. It's like you'll have this attribute if you're able to control your own spirit. So if the anger, I believe, is controlled, and the whole reason is to either make known of something that's sinful, or you're angry at sin, or you're angry at wickedness, or something alike, and it's controlled, and you have power over your own spirit, then I don't think that's a sin. However, if it's something that you just blow up and you're not slow to anger, and it's just one little thing just causes a huge bomb in your heart, then I believe that's a sin, and we have to examine our hearts to see if there be any wicked way in us, and I think that as men, I think it's a little bit harder for us to control sometimes, but it's definitely the wise thing to do. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys, and I hope that was edifying for you. Like I said, please stay tuned into the channel. I really appreciate all the subscriptions, the likes, and everything like that. So please leave comments if you have any questions. I'm really excited to do this next interview with Brother Perry from our church. He's a great man of God, and I'm super excited to have an interview with him. I'm hoping you guys can glean a lot of wisdom from him as well. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and stay clad with zeal.